This is Linda with Lilybug's Library. Oh no, no, that's not gonna do. Yeah, that's scary. Hi everyone, this is Linda with Lilybug's Library. Through a little movie magic and and creative editing, I'm back and I'm look a little better. Um, so still fighting this cold, as you can see. I can't seem to keep the fever down. I don't know what's going on there. And then at 3 in the morning, I have interesting conversations with myself about, is it a cold if you have a fever, or is it a flu? I don't know. So, but anyway, I'm still going. Doing as much as I can. I have to spend a lot of the day just resting because, yeah, I can't seem to keep this away. Right, Oliver? Yeah. Um, and wonderful husbands dealing with the same thing. So we're a hot mess here. Oliver and Sebastian are fine though. All right, so today we're going to talk a little bit about what I've started reading and a little bit about all of my December TBR. So that's my most exciting TBR, I have to say, because I like Christmas and all of the normally the books are all fun and something uplifting. So that's good. So you need to move, Oliver, because you're on my notes. Thank you. Okay. So I've got, I'm not sure how many I have, maybe 12 that I plan on getting through. We'll see. I did cheat a little. I started a little early, so, I was finished with November and just automatically started with December. So right now I'm listening to the Amish Cookie Club Christmas on Audible. So it says, with the holidays around the corner, Edna is busy juggling baking with her business serving meals to English tourists. And so her friend Mary Rope comes through and she's helping her with all this, and things are going smoothly. But then she tells Mary wants to get a container off the top shelf. And Edna says, like, no, no, don't do that. I'll get one of the men to get it later. And anyway, Mary doesn't listen and she goes to do it. What she doesn't realize is Edna didn't tell her that the step stool that she's using has a broken rung. So she ends up falling and breaking her leg. And so that's the end of her help. So Edna's trying to figure out how to do all this. And someone suggests that Mary's daughter Bethany would be a big help. So Bethany is a very shy girl who doesn't like to, she's kind of been scared by her father about Englishers, as they call people who aren't Amish. So she's just very kind of mousy, I guess would be the best word. So anyway, she agrees to go help, even though she doesn't really want to, because this Edna is serving Englishers. Excuse me. And then there's a guy who's Edna's oldest son, who's got an interest in Mary or interest in Bethany, but Bethany is uh, she's kind of interested, but she's too shy to really go there yet. So anyway, so far it's good. Um, and then I just finished Christmas: A Seaside Cottage by Donna Alward. And this one was about Dr. Charlie Yang. So she's, hasn't been in Seaside Cove, no, it's not Seaside Cove, Jewel Cove, very long. And so she's trying to find her way. And she, had one of those the parents that really pushed her to succeed. So she's very regulated and scheduled and all of those things. And she knows that. So she tried to move to this place against her parents' wishes and to kind of get off that fast-paced life. So now she's in Seaside Cottage in Jewel Cove. So she goes out on the first goes out caroling and or hot chocolate and all of that around the Christmas tree in the center square. And as she helps to get ready for this, and as she's getting ready, she meets this guy who she's actually been looking at through the cafe window for months, which is a little creepy, but anyway. But she meets him, and they have a little exchange, and then he comes back for the Christmas tree lighting and all of this, and she talks to him again, and he's an ex-Navy SEAL who is retired, I guess. Anyway, he's not a SEAL anymore. And he's there because his daughter and his daughter and his ex-wife, his daughter's mother, live fairly close by, and he wants to spend more time with his daughter. Okay, so then um, they end up finding a baby in the manger, like a real baby. And so it, is them dealing with that and kind of growing closer together and what all that means. Anyway, it's beautiful romance. I confess I did maybe cry the last chapter or two. So that's the problem with these Christmas romances, right? So I really enjoyed that one, and I mean, I'm not anywhere near December yet, but I will tell you, I'll give that one 5 stars because it was really good. And even more interesting to me, I mean, won't be interesting to you maybe, but more interesting to me is the fact that the author apparently lives fairly close to where I live. So I found that kind of fascinating, and as a, maybe someday writer, inspiring because I thought, okay, it can happen here and it can happen to people from this area. So I don't know. I thought it was cool. Uh, excuse me. So the next one that the rest are all ones I'm going to read and haven't yet. So the next one would be A Dog Named Christmas by Greg Kincaid. This one, I have a feeling I'll cry through the whole thing. We'll see. So it says when Todd McRae, a developmentally challenged young man still living on his parents' Kansas farm, hears that the local animal shelter is seeking temporary homes for its dogs during the days leading to Christmas, he knows exactly what he wants for the holidays. His father objects, but Todd's persistence quickly wins out. Soon the McRaes are the short-term foster family for a lovable pooch the young man names Christmas. But what about all the other dogs who will be forced to spend the Yuletide season in cages? In the days that follow, Todd uses his special gifts of persuasion to encourage his hometown to participate in the Adopt a Dog program for Christmas. And it goes on from there. So I just think it's going to be sweet. And yeah, I can see me crying a lot. Dogs, it's like, that pretty much does it right there. I don't even watch dog movies because there's always something that happens to the poor dog, and my heart can't handle it. Okay. So as you can see, I have my new Reindeer Games t-shirt on. So I kind of read the Christmas Tree Farm series totally out of order. I read 1, 2, and then I got the NetGalley copy of 4. So I read 4, but I have yet to read 3. So I'm going back and reading 3. So it's called Slashing Through the Snow, and it's by Jacqueline Frost. And it says, the Reindeer Games Christmas Tree Farm is going into the B&B business, and Holly White is looking forward to her new role as innkeeper. Even better, Mistletoe Maine's sheriff, Evan Gray, has deputized his little sister Libby to help Holly wrap presents for Mistletoe's toy drive. But a cold wind ruffles the cheery holiday decorations when a new guest checks in. Karen, a vicious B&B critic who could make or break the new inn, and the short December days turn even darker when Evan and Libby find Karen's dead body in the gift-wrapped toy donation box. Okay, so it's going to be a good one, I'm sure. And frankly, I'd read anything that woman wrote. I mean, she's so talented. So I'll sit with my Reindeer Games T-shirt on and read Slashing Through the Snow at some point this winter. So then, I'm sorry. So the next one is Miss Frost Solves a Cold Case. So this is number 1 in the series, the Miss Frost series, and it's by Kristen Painter. And it says, welcome to Nocturne Falls, the town that celebrates Halloween 365 days a year. Okay, this doesn't sound Christmassy, does it? Jane Frost is a lot of things. Winter elf, Jack Frost's daughter, Santa Claus's niece, heir to the Winter Throne, and now private investigator. Sort of. Needing someone he can trust, her father sends her undercover to Nocturne Falls to find out why employees at the Santa's Workshop toy store are going missing. Doing that requires getting to know the town, which leads to interesting encounters with a sexy vampire, an old flame, and an elevator that's strictly off limits. The more Jane finds out, the more questions she has, but the answers lead her deeper into danger. Will her magic save her, or will she come up cold? So I thought that one sounded really cute too. All right, so the next one I've been wanting to read for quite a while. I keep seeing it pop up on different things, and I just still hadn't got there. So you know, I'm starting in the middle again. That's what I do. So this one's called Deadly Bites on Winter Nights, and it's number 8 in the Ivy Creek Cozy Mysteries by Ruth Baker. And it says, with Christmas just around the corner, Lucy can't wait to indulge in all the festive traditions with her family and friends. One of those traditions includes picking a Christmas tree at a local farm. She's delighted to be sharing this activity with the handsome detective in town, who she's recently begun a relationship with. When she discovers a dead body among the fir trees while looking for the perfect Christmas tree, she's left shocked and shaken at witnessing such a horrific sight. And then we'll leave it there, but it goes on from there. So I think that one will be good too. The next one is kind of funny, like just the name of it, and we'll see where it goes. But it's called, make sure I get this right, Merry Elfing Christmas. So it's by Beth Bolden, and it says Aiden might be a bad elf, but he's never been naughty. Aiden has always landed on Santa's nice list, thank you very much. But that doesn't mean he's cut out to be a North Pole elf. Instead of worrying about the dwindling magic of Christmas, he'd rather be back at Tir na Nog, calculating where the next end of the rainbow is going to land. Instead, he's freezing his butt off in Santa's sleigh. His situation seems grim, despite all the decking of halls, until on Christmas Eve, during a milk and cookies run, he meets Dexter, an engineering student. They couldn't be more different, and Dexter couldn't be more forbidden, but Aiden is drawn to the handsome human anyway. Over the next year, their emails start out as an entertaining way to pass the time, but soon, hearing from Dex becomes the very best part of his day. So that sounds like it should be interesting as well. And the next one, yeah, I was going to tell you what I read that was by this author, and I didn't write it down, so of course I don't remember it. I'm going to read Christmas Beach Wedding by Lori Wilde. Now, I did read something by Lori Wilde and really enjoyed it, I remember, earlier in the year. I can't remember for the life of me what it was called. But anyway, look up her books, and maybe you'll recognize it when you see it, or if not, just, try a couple if you like this one. So it says, the Christmas magic of the season sparks hope for lost love in this heartwarming holiday tale. It's been 25 years since Jane Lafitte's heart was broken by her college sweetheart, Trevor Gardner. She never imagined she'd see him again until their adult children announced their own Christmas engagement. Thrown together amidst cozy holiday celebrations in Christmas Beach, Louisiana, the old flames can't deny the warm embers that still smolder between them. Okay, so that should be good. So this one I kind of went just a little bit away from the Christmas theme and went with winter solstice. So it's called The Winter Solstice Murders. It says, investigating your own death can be murder. Bee Goldfrapp runs her own magical greeting card business in the small town of Magpie Cove, Maine. She lives with her demon familiar, Widdershins, a cat that can change its breed on a daily basis, and a talking magpie that's lived for 1,000 years. She likes her life and wouldn't change it for the world. Then someone poisons her tea, and she dies. Luckily for Bee, her father is a powerful sorcerer, and he brings her back, losing his own soul in the process. Bee is understandably miffed that someone wanted to kill her, and decides to find out who did it. Okay, so that's definitely way off the Christmas theme, but should be interesting. So then we go right back to Christmas, of course. So the next one is the Candy Canine Christmas Caper and the Bow Wow Bakery. Kind of wish the name was a little shorter, I'll be honest. It is by Belinda Page, and it says, amidst harrowing events, a heart-stopping secret is revealed, filled with the true meaning of Christmas. The cozy small town of Glenwood Falls, amateur sleuth Sophia and her lovable sable, dachshund Max, is gearing. If you gotta have a Christmas dog, a Christmas story with a dog, you want him to be named Max, right? Just like the Grinch. Are gearing up for the annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony, but disaster strikes when Max disappears without a trace. Determined to find her furry companion, Sophia teams up with her boyfriend, Officer Ray, and uncovers a dog-napping ring that preys on unsuspecting pet owners. Devastated by the discovery, Sophia struggles to maintain her Christmas spirit and run her beloved doggy bakery. With theories flying, a massive blizzard descends upon the town, threatening to leave Max out in the cold and hinder their search efforts. Okay, so this should be really good. I think I'll really enjoy that one. Although I'm gonna worry about Max. So the next one is "Let It Snow" by Sue Moorcroft, and her I do remember. I read one of hers earlier. It was way before. I think it was October, but it was. I'm not sure if it's called the Love Letters or the Christmas Love Letters, to be quite honest. No, I think it was just the Love Letters. But anyway, it was really good. It was the one about the woman who was getting all these, had gotten all these letters and had this romance with this man for like 40 some years, but they, had a daughter together, and he took the daughter because he was married and she was not. And he raised the daughter with his wife. And anyway, it was, but at that point he was dead, and she was older, and so it was good. So anyway, this one is called "Let It Snow." It says, "This Christmas," I get a kick out of the name of this place. "This Christmas, the villagers of Middle Dip are off on a very Swiss adventure." I've never heard of a place called Middle Dip. I don't know if that's like a European name or they just made it up. Family means everything to Lily and Zinnia Cortez, and growing up in their non-conventional family unit, they and their two moms couldn't have been closer. So it's a bolt out of the blue when Lily finds her father wasn't the anonymous one-night stand she'd always believed. She is in fact the result of her mom's reckless affair with a married man. Oh my, I didn't read that. Confused but determined to discover her true roots, Lily sets out to find the family she's never known, an adventure that takes her from the frosted thatched cottages of Middle Dip to the snow-capped mountains of Switzerland via a Christmas market or two along the way. Okay, so that's interesting. That makes me think she um, has a theme, because I mean, we're right back again to someone dating a married man. So, Sue Moorcroft, I'm not sure how long you'll be on my list, but anyway, we'll see if I get to that one. The next one I just started, and apparently it's quite short, which is how I managed to put so many on this list. A couple of them are quite short. So it's called "The Snowman Killer" by Wendy Meadows. And it says, "Sarah Garland, a retired homicide detective who's gone through a painful divorce, seems to have found peace at last as a coffee shop owner in the sleepy and freezing small town of Snow Falls, Alaska. What she didn't expect was for her past life to catch up with her, or for her new life as a mystery writer to inspire a deadly killer to target her. Yet when the killer leaves a frightening clue, a creepy snowman donning a leather jacket and eating a peppermint candy cane, left in front of her cabin, Sarah begins to suspect Conrad Spencer, the new detective in town who is pursuing a killer of his own. Soon it becomes obvious that the sleuths would have to join forces in order to catch the killer." So that one sounds really good too, I have to say. So there's a couple on there. Like I'll be honest, I did not read the descriptions before we did this video. I figured, they're Christmas themed, they'll be great. A couple of those I'm reading and thinking, they might be traded out for other ones, but we'll see. We'll try with those. Um, so the only other thing I've been reading and looking at is I did receive, and did I write his name down? His name is Felix, and I can't remember his last name. But so long as you have the name of the book. Just give me 1 second here. I just want to see if I can find his last name because I want to give credit where credit's due here. So I hope everybody else is getting through this season without a lot of colds and flus and COVID and all of those things. It's not much fun. All right, his name is Felix Buchwald, Buchwald. And he has made a workbook, a journal. So it's a shadow work journal for beginners. And he asked me to take a look at it. It's not available for sale yet. He'll let me know as soon as it is, and I'll let you know where to find it if you are interested. But I have to say, I was very impressed. So shadow work, if you don't know, is basically it's basically you talking, looking into the part of you that the public doesn't see. The part that your friends don't see. It's just the part that you don't necessarily keep hidden. Like sometimes you don't even know it's there, or you don't understand it. So he describes it really well. So I'm just going to read a little bit about what he says. Okay, so it says, now let's set the record straight. Discovering your shadow isn't about unleashing a parade of skeletons from your closet. It's about acknowledging that there's more to you than meets the eye, including talents and strengths you've overlooked. It's not about scaring yourself, it's about surprising yourself with the full spectrum of your colorful personality. So it's a workbook involved in all of that. Um, and it's he does such a great job. I mean, I read through the whole thing. Now it's something you'd have to, you have to purchase, sit down with, and it would probably take you, I don't know, months to go through the whole journal and really sit with each part of it if that's what you wanted to do. Um, and it talks about, thinking about a dream that you had that you didn't pursue because you were told it wasn't practical, and what was it and who influenced you to view it that way. And it talks about viewing vulnerability as a superpower, and recognizing things about your career and relationships that are different because of those things that you've kind of stuffed down. It talks about setting intentions and creating a safe space to do this work, like not someplace that you're not safe to have big emotions. Um, it was all I was so impressed with the way he did it. And no, I don't know Felix, and I'm not getting paid to say this. But it's just he had it all laid out really well. The questions in the journal were all very well written, and it's not something he just slapped together. I know nowadays a lot of times you'll get those. I won't say fake books; they're not fake books, but the books that people just added a few pages to from something and then they stick it on Amazon, right? But it's not like that. And the illustrations in it, I don't know who did the illustrations, whether he did or someone else, but they're gorgeous. A black and white, I believe they were all black and white, but they're just really well done, kind of ink and pen, what do they call that? Ink and doesn't matter. But they're black and white, really crisp, I guess is the best word, crisp illustrations. Now, again, I don't know who the illustrator is, but it really goes well with the whole story, the whole journal. So anyway, just thought I'd bring that to your attention. If anybody's interested in, especially with the new year coming, whether anybody's interested in kind of getting deeper with their feelings and emotions, that'd be a good place to start. So that is that. And that's about it from me. I'm going to go back and rest a little more and hope that this disappears soon. For those of you who are wondering, it's not COVID. I've tested a couple of times. I was talking to a nurse yesterday who said, give it a couple days and test again, but it's like, so far it doesn't seem to be. It's just a cold. All right, we're just not used to getting colds anymore, are we? Oh, so many years of keeping our masks on and doing all these things, and now we get one and we're all big babies. All right, so I hope you have a great day, friends. Talk to you soon. Bye bye. Ooh, I always forget this part. Please subscribe. I forget to ask you, but really would like you to. It's free, there's no obligation, and you might get to find out neat things like I've been wearing my pajama pants this whole time, or or something else. But that's all I want for Christmas, so that would be great. All right, have a great day, friends. Bye bye.